I'm going live today on this. Just wanted to give a shout out to reality show star Rodney Peete, who is married to actress Holly Robinson Peete. Rodney Peete was a quarterback for several teams in the NFL for a number of years. And I really want to shout out the show and the family, personally. I love this show. The show has a lot of heart. I grew up watching Holly Robinson's Dead on Sesame Street when I was growing up. I used to watch on 21 Jump Street and a bunch of other shows. I watched Rodney Peete play football for a number of years in the NFL. And I really got to know him on this series, For Pete's Sake, which is currently on the OWN channel, Oprah Winfrey Network. And I had to give a shout out because there was an episode that was on last night. I actually caught it this morning with my wife. And where Rodney's son, his oldest son, RJ, who has autism, but he doesn't let autism stop him from doing what he does normally, you know. And I'm proud of that. And I actually like the family. I love everybody in the family. I'm not going to lie. There's very few reality shows I like that I really, really like and care about those people. And for some reason, the Peete family is that family. You know, because you don't see a lot of shows like that on television. Where you see a lot of love and support that their family give each other, man. And I know some people are, they get me. No, it ain't even about that. It's about the love. I could care less about what they got outside the love. It's the love that they got for each other, man. And I love this show. I love everything about it. Everything about it. And I don't go out there and talk much about reality shows like that. I watch a number of them. But this is one of the reality shows that I got to give a shout out to. You know, that's how much I love it. And this episode gave me more reason to love it even more because RJ, who was the eldest son of the four children in his family, and he had the desire to get his driver's license, and he actually works for a Major League Baseball team, and which is his job. So I guess he had a desire to be more independent, which is good, you know. So Rodney and I guess the guy who was his handler, who's RJ's handler, went to take him to do the oral test for his driver's license, you know, so he get his permit. And he came out and passed it with flying colors. And I'm not going to lie. When I saw Rodney Peete being very jubilant about what his son had accomplished, I got very emotional. I really did. Because it's the same way I felt when my son graduated college just 3 years ago. And I was just overcome with emotion that day. Back in May 7th, 2014. And I know all about that. You know. It didn't matter about what the affliction was with his son, but it was more about the fact that he was there and he fully supported whatever his son wanted to do. You know, I kind of teeter-totted on there with my son, but I am fully supportive of what he's doing now. And he's doing a great job. But for me, what moved me is the fact that, number one, his father has always been by his side. And number two is the fact that you don't see this on television often. And you really should. Because it breaks this so-called stereotype of the single-parent mother being there for the child instead of the father being there for the child. This shows you that there really are fathers out there, black strong black fathers out there that are there working and helping and enabling their sons' goals become reality. And that moved me more than anything, you know. And I like to see more shows like that because I'm tired of this stereotype shit that's on TV all the time when you got the mother as the head of the household. I know it's supposed to be like, that's the reality. No, it's not. No, it is not. Because you got a lot of black single fathers that are out there that are actually raising their kids on their own. And you never hear about those stories. You know? So I got to give a shout out to the Pete family. All of y'all. I love all y'all. I don't know y'all and I love y'all. I love the show. The show has so much heart, man. It has, I mean, you know, it has it all, you know. And like I said, there's not too many shows on TV. There's definitely not too many black shows on TV like that at all. But it's my number one stunner in terms of one of my favorite reality shows. It's. I know people say, well, it's the blah, 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 this and all that, but you know what? It's as real as it gets. It's as real as it gets for me. You know, because the narrative that they're trying to push is all these single black women that supposedly are quote unquote housewives that are fighting each other. You know, this show is directly the opposite of that, which is the other reason why I like it. Now, don't get me wrong. I love watching the other reality shows like the marriage boot camps and Atlanta Housewives and the Braxtons and all that. And they're always fighting. And even on Mary. And they're both married. You know. But it's good to see a reality show where you see a father and a son bonding over something that the father is fully in support of and helping his son accomplish his goal. That ran deep for me, man. It really, really did. It really, really did. I mean, it hit home like a ton of bricks. You know, that, my friends, is what reality is all about. The reality is that fathers do matter. I'm going to say it again. Fathers do matter. I don't, you know, and this is a funny thing, because I usually at church on Sunday, but I wasn't today. I just said, you know, I got some other things I want to accomplish today, and I know because I'm going to be back in there next week full tilt. Anyway, but this is a funny thing. I never hear churches talk about that. Very rare do I hear pastors and preachers talking about the importance of fatherhood. I never, in all my years of going to church for the last 40 some odd years, ever talk about fatherhood. The only time they ever really did, and they just barely scratch the surface on Father's Day, if they talk about it at all. They usually don't. Which amazes me. You know, remember, Jesus' Father is God. Remember the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? That's the main core of the church. And that's ironic about church. And now, don't get me wrong. I love church. I love going to church. I love praising God. But there's some issues that I have in terms of the pastors and some of the stuff that they preach about. And this is one of the things they preach about, the correlation between Jesus and his relationship with his Holy Father. But you never, hear about that. But that's the one thing they talk about in church, but they never really address it as being a correlation to what your earth father and you as a son or daughter should be doing with your fathers, and vice versa. I never hear that. Never. I'm shocked at that. I really am. But again, the moral of that show, the show that I watch, and the moral of my podcast today is fathers truly, truly matter. Okay? The father is a protector. The father is the guy who helps you feel secure, helps you feel confident about yourself, and fully supportive for whatever you do. Okay? Fathers ain't bums. who come around once in a while, give you a few crumbs, and talk about, I'm helping my kids out. Or don't show up at the hospital when the baby about to be born. And I'm talking about don't show up. I'm talking about the ones who can show up and don't. Not the ones who are out there working because they can't come out there. I'm talking about bums who just don't give a fuck. You know? Because you got some so-called guys who call themselves fathers, ain't about shit. And they know who they are. Let's be honest about that. Let's be very honest about that. You know? But everybody wants to go on the narrative that, 77, which is let me change that. That black women is God and should be head of household. That's BS. I'm sorry, I will never go with that narrative. Oh yeah, one more thing. Again, I'm gonna say it again. A black woman can never, or any woman for that matter, can never raise a boy to be a man as good as a man. Because she ain't a damn man. And I'm going to say it again. A woman, no woman on this planet, I don't give a fuck where they from. I don't give a fuck how educated they are or not, can never and will never raise a son to be a man as good as a man can because she ain't a man. Period. That's the bottom line. Fathers do matter. This is DJ Wolf. That's all I got to say about it right now. I'm glad you listened to me. If you listen to me on live, please feel free to give me a holler. I know nobody's probably chatting right now. And I haven't invited any Facebook friends. So anyway, I didn't even know you could do that. But please feel free to give me a holler anytime in the comment section. If you'd like to be on the show live with me, please let me know. I'd be more than glad to put you on. I can be reached at For All to Hear on Twitter, at For All to Hear. My YouTube channel is For All to Hear TV. My DJ Wolf Live page is on Facebook under DJ Wolf Live page. And DJ Wolf online at yahoo.com. Guys, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody, thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. I really appreciate you guys supporting me. And this channel is growing. Still working on my video projects. I got a missed problem on one of my video production units. The other two works flawless. I checked them out last night. It's just a matter of me setting everything up and getting a monitor for it so I can actually do some things. And I got to get a couple other things to go with it so I can actually make sure that it's up and running. It's a lot of work. But you know it's worth it. Because I would like my channel to grow. I said it ain't perfect, but hey, I got you guys that support me. And that's really the main thing. That's what it's all about. Talk to you guys later.